You know, if you think about it, these episodes of Your Questions Answered, this is the 13th episode, and each time I answer 15 to 20 questions, that's hundreds of questions you guys are answering me, and I'm just giving you the good stuff. Not as good as, did you know they now sell cookie dough that you don't even have to cook it, you can just eat it? Genius.
Give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own.
Welcome to the series, Your Questions Answered. 13th episode, we're going to dive in. And I do this series because I have hundreds of videos and tens of thousands of comments, and a lot of those comments are questions. So I thought this is a good forum, especially since I don't have time to do live stuff, which is the first question that nobody asked, but I'm going to answer. Mr. X, you're always on the casting couch lately. You're always dressed like this. Well, that's because I'm working about 14 to 15 hour days right now, and it's fantastic. I love it, but it doesn't really allow you a lot of time. So the 2 or 3 hours I'm awake at home, eating, cleaning, doing YouTube, I'm going to be comfortable. So if this is your first time here, go back to episode 12. Actually, go look at all of them, 1 through 12. But I'm answering the questions from the previous episode that were asked in the comments. So let's kick it off. The first one is from Marcos. Marcos is Collector Zone. He owns Collector Zone. It's a statue distribution company, which is what most of my content is about. And actually, he didn't really, he just commented on the video. Thank you, Marcos. Hope to see you at StatueCon. Number 2, Johan, who I love, comments on all my videos, says he didn't ask a question, but he saw my comment in a screenshot of the person asking the question. I don't understand what that means, but I love you, man. In a sexual way. Buckweiser instead of Budweiser, get it? Being from Colorado, what drew you to being a Cornhusker fan? Well, I'm not from Colorado. I've just lived there. I mean, kind of. I live in California and Colorado. I lived there for the last 15 years. I went to school at Nebraska in the 90s. So when they were national champions, that's why I'm a fan. Zeke the Wise, always a good follower of the channel. Mr. X, do you hate traveling to San Francisco? Worth knowing it's full of bums and human feces on the sidewalks. So here's the truth. For those of you that don't know, I work in San Francisco during the week, and then I live in Colorado during the weekend. I was hesitant because San Francisco has a bad rap from outside San Francisco. And that bad rap, some of it's warranted, but every city has bad parts. I really like San Francisco. The weather's great. The food is great. The people are pretty damn great. You see all this stuff about California or being, really liberal and really intolerant. Sure, there's some negative stuff, but you don't really run into that too much with the people. I think that there's so much misinformation out there. Just my opinion. Brandon Mata, Celine from Underworld is 100% being done by PCS. Well, hopefully it's a good one and I'll buy it. He's not sure how they're going to do with the face. He wishes Prime or Queen would make a Celine. J&D would do great, but would be out of my price range. So we'll see what happens. I want a Celine from Underworld. I had William from Underworld ordered from PCS, and apparently they canceled it. I should try and get my money back. Frank Leone loves these series. He wants to know what I think the statue industry is heading the next 2 to 3 years. 5 is too long. I think it's going to continue to go in the same direction it has, and I think more and more statue companies will go out of business. Prices will go up. It's going to be a very niche hobby, more so than niche hobby, and a lot of people are like, it's already a niche hobby. Well, just wait. Especially with 3D printers and unquestionable economical times. I don't see our economy in the U.S. at least getting better for a long time because there's just so much division. Adam Dreven also has a small dick too. Micro Penis Club. Wang Fu Adam, have you been watching the new Game of Thrones spinoff, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms? If so, what do you think? If not, why the hell not? Because I have a list that is so big right now. I'm almost done with Welcome to Derry. I'm on the second to last episode. U.S. Marshals, the spinoff from Yellowstone, just came out, so that got added. I mean, I have a list so big. What are my favorite whiskeys? So my go-to is Woodford Reserve. I will do Woodford Reserve double oaked, if preferable. Kind of my low-end ones are like Maker's Mark. That's one. Whistle Pig. So those are kind of my ones, but I'm definitely open to any kind of whiskey. I tried Angel's Envy actually on video for the first time, recommended off of one of the channel supporters, and I didn't like it. It was actually during one of these Your Questions Answered videos. Hal says, have you bought any 3D printed statues before? What's the max you would spend on one? I just kind of bought a first quarter scale one for $750, but kind of regretted it because it was so light. So I've never bought one. I have no problem with statues as long as they look good. That's the whole purpose. They're art. So I don't really care what it's made of as long as it looks good. And that's one of the reasons I see the statue industry in decline, because of options like that. Michael says, what advice would you give to a 10-year-old little Lex growing up in a world of rapidly changing technology? Well, you know, my kids aren't 10 anymore. They're almost adults. And, you know, the same advice I give them is that if you want to be successful, you have to work your ass off. You have to be smart, and you have to be patient. And with that, you know, tying back to Michael's question, I would tell them to ignore the voices outside their head, the ones they see on TV that are bullshit, the ones on social media are bullshit. Be true to themselves. Right now, I do this channel because I love doing it. And the fact that some of you support means a lot to me. However, if you didn't and you all hated me, I wouldn't give a shit, because I know the people in my life that I care about, people I love, people I work with, my friends, my family, not in that order, of course. I care what they think about me. Jewel says, how dare you choose Coke Zero, Pepsi reigns supreme, and he doesn't drink soda, or he or she doesn't drink soda pop, they've chosen a side. So actually, I can't go into detail because you know I protect my identity a lot, but somebody very close to me invented Coke Zero, believe it or not. I love it regardless of that, but that is actually very true. And you're like, wow, do they have a lot of money? Yes, they do, but they had it before they invented Coke Zero. Office Arcade, fantastic guy. Has a great YouTube channel of statue collectibles, mostly short videos, but make sure to check it out. Always fun to see off-the-cuff answers to random questions. AI stuff is super exciting. Where have you seen the most ROI in adopting AI or automation? That's a great question. So I would say that, without revealing too much about the persona that I keep hidden, I would say that AI is doing some amazing things in regards to performance improvement. To actually evaluate what a large group of people are doing at their job, and being able to utilize that for training. So not only analytical evaluation, but also training. And that's all I can really say without, you know, revealing too much. This person's been wondering about the custom market. Tenebrae 911, been a supporter for a long time. If I haven't said you've been a supporter for a long time, it doesn't mean you haven't. A lot of people have. Specifically older Magneto versus Sentinel head I had a while back, so that's why he can't find any of it. That's true. Long shot, but any AI stock recommendations? Zero. Sorry, can't help with that at all. There's some AI-based companies I'm involved with that I was involved with from the start, but that's on a business professional relationship. I never invested any money. I probably fucking should have, and eaten more cookie dough. Pinnacle, another huge supporter. They've always wanted the Devastator statue. That one's amazing. They'll have to watch for video reviews. This Pinnacle wants to know what IP I would use for a statue line. I'd like to see more Stranger Things statues, because I just finished that. Be cool to see like Silverhawks and old cartoons from growing up. Arthur Alvarez says, I'm a funny guy, like a comedian. Who's my favorite comedian? Anthony Jeselnik, hands down. If he's in town, I don't miss him. I really like Jeff Leeson lately. He does impromptu off the audience. I've seen him a couple times live, and I follow him on YouTube. And then finally, I just saw live Quinn Dale, who's racist as hell, but he's pretty funny. All right, Chancellor, more of a request, but can you do a video on the best way to sell a statue or point me to a previous video? And I did. I pointed him to a video on what creates value in a statue. It's actually right here. SF6TFW, I said your name wrong, the #1 supporter, the enforcer of the Extreme channel, asked why I didn't respond to a question. I did. Apparently couldn't see it. Paul Walker, do I have any plans to review statues in the new place? Not yet, simply for I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I assume years, but I'm only 4 months in. Let's give it a few more months and I might change the question to that. And honestly, when I order statues, usually I order them years in advance and they have a different shipping address on it. What is my most anticipated movie of the year? That's the new Spider-Man, hands down. Next year is Avengers Doomsday. Someone else asking if I've watched A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I'm going to have to add that to my list. That's 2 people. No, I'm not. What are my thoughts on the PCS crane? Could they have done a better pose, or does this pose work? So I did order it. I did a blog on it as well on theextremechannel.com. The pose is you guys know pose is one of the most important, you maybe don't know. Pose is one of the most important things in a statue to me, and I think it's not very good. It's the only negative of the statue though, so for those reasons I still bought it. Lethal Venom says, I have to pick one. 10-hour plus flight with the family, but in coach, part ways with my top 3 statues. So I actually was just on a 6-hour flight in coach for some reasons that I don't want to go into, and it was a red eye to make it worse. Thankfully, the seat next to me it was an exit row, and the seat next to me was empty, so that didn't make it too bad, although I still didn't sleep. But here's the question, Travis. Do I get money for my top 3 statues? Because if so, I'd probably do that. And 10 hours in coach with my family, that's not bad because I don't mind being close to my family. It's just weird fat people that, spill onto my seat. I don't like. And I always sneak alcohol into a plane anyway, because when I am not wanting to drink, I'll ask for alcohol from first class. So like a lot of times I fly early in the morning to San Francisco from Denver and I have to go to the office. So I'm not going to drink before I go to the office most of the time. And I'll just ask for bottles and I'll put them in my backpack. What is the best gift you have ever received, says Daniel from Thailand. A number of things come to mind. Bartesian is pretty damn good. My Bartesian, I talk about it in this video right here. It's like a Keurig for alcohol. My wife does a really good job coming up with creative stuff. There's some stuff I really like, but I'll choose Bartesian. And despite wisdom, last question. Have I been to Italy? What was my favorite city? Oh, yes, 3 questions. So we'll start with that. Yes, I've been to Rome, Pisa, and where's Pompeii at? I know Pompeii is a city, but whatever the larger city is around there. I hate to say Rome. I hate to be cliche, but it was really cool. I went into the Colosseum, went to Vatican City, which is technically another city, did all that. I really like Pisa, though. Pisa was pretty cool. I want to go to Milan, though, and Venice still. I haven't been to them. Is Berserk the only anime manga you like? No. Regarding animes, I like One Punch Man. I like Attack on Titan. And I'd like to get into some other ones. I want to watch Chainsaw Man. I just haven't had time. Favorite DC storyline ever? Oh, DC. That's a tough one. I recently read Atrocitus, the Red Lantern Omnibus. That was pretty damn good. I'd say that's near the top for DC. I'm not a big DC fan. I am with statues, just not comics. I'm going to go with that for now. You know, every time I make these videos, I'm like, man, I hope I have enough for 10 minutes. And it's always like twice as long.
That's what she said.
So I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to sit here and I only have 2 pieces left, so I might as well eat it all tonight. And thanks for the questions. If there's something I haven't answered and you want to see in episode 14, you know what to do. Throw those questions down below. Only thing off limits is there's only 2 things off limits. Number 1, what do you do for work? Number 2, how small do you have to be to join the Micro Penis Club? Cheers. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Yes, we're still giving away $1,000 statues at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. You have to make sure you're subbed to the channel, you like the video, and then leave a comment. We're going to pick a random comment on a random video and give away those statues. In the meantime, check out some of these other videos and my social media. Talk to you soon. Take care.